And hello there, Miss Donna. I am Success as we are
Hmm.
Success under construction.
Whoops. Hold on, I disappeared.
You disappear. I can still see you.
You can? Oh, okay, there we go.
I'm like, where'd you
There
disappear?
we go. Okay.
You got
Good
magic tricks
morning.
going on?
I've got magic tricks going on this morning. I can't wait to get into our reading this morning on haters. This is gonna be
Exactly.
this is gonna be some interesting read.
Yes, it definitely should be. So as we jump into chapter 15, healing your haters through success. And I like how it starts off.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says life and death are in the power of the tongue. In your quest to become successful and to be more, have more, and enjoy more, there is going to be opposition. Sad to say, but opposition is not always just circumstances. A lot of times it's other people, and those people show up as haters. Every time you make a decision to do more, be more, want more, here comes opposition. The good news is that there is no progress without it. There's no need to address the opposition because it will be ongoing. The only cure for enemies is success. Your first thought may be, I could really set them straight. Yes, you could. But in order to set them straight, you have to interrupt your climb to do so. My father told me never to take my foot off a ladder to kick at someone who was kicking at me. When I did that, I would no longer be climbing. While they are kicking, my father told me I should keep stepping. They can kick only one time. If I continued to climb, they would be left behind. In trying to hurt me, to impede my progress, they would get left behind because they allow themselves to get sidetracked from their agenda.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
paragraph. I
Yeah.
love that.
Look at success as being on a ladder. Every time you step up one rung on the ladder, you have to lift one foot higher than the other one. If you stop to address a foe, you're not raising your foot to the next level. You're now spending time with a person who is not a decision maker, a power broker, a shaker, or a mover. They are merely a hater. Their one goal is to impede your progress, and the moment you stop to address them, you have helped them accomplish it. You cannot afford to spend a single day engaging with that kind of energy. No one I know who is serious about business addresses the opposition. They don't have time. In all of this space, enemies have no significant value anywhere. No advertiser says, wait a minute, we're going to advertise here, but let's check what the haters say. No one who prints books says, hey, we're about to publish this book, but uh-oh, before we do, let's check to see what the haters are reading. No one who's looking to fill a position says, hey, we're looking for haters. We've got a high-paying hater position available. If you understand people's power, decision makers, power brokers, shakers, and movers, you know that they don't even know the haters exist. So why should you? My daddy used to always tell me, son, don't give them a pin to stick with you. I got paused for just a second because that kind of goes right in the thing. Because even my husband always turns around and says, as long as they're talking behind my back, they're talking to my ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to share that one. One time I was going through something and Tyler Perry called me. Tyler said, Steve, when they blog about you, it's just a blog. If you respond, it's a press conference. You don't
Wow.
have time for small people. You don't have time for the opposition. Any way you want to look at this, the only way to heal a hater is through success. And at no point in time does it serve you any good to address a hater in any shape, form, or fashion. You are merely putting a spotlight on a dull person. You are giving shine to a person who has no brilliance. That's some harsh
Mm.
words.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned self-restraint by observing our president. I've never seen a man more noble or regal in the face of adversity. He could stop and address it all, but he doesn't. He just plods along with the job of being the president in the face of intense adversity. We can say the same thing about Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., John F. Kennedy, Gandhi, and Mother Teresa. The Reverend Billy Graham has a wonderful book titled Nearing Home. Yes, great book.
Mm.
This man dedicated his life to teaching people righteousness and the Word of God. Yet there were still people who criticized him. Throughout history, you can see example of people who have been attacked, but they just kept putting one foot above the next and continued to climb up the next rung. You don't have the time, nor can you expend the energy to address opposition. They have no power over you unless you give it to them. Martin Luther King Jr. said something that I will always remember. He said, "A man can't ride your back unless it's bent. Don't
Ooh.
bend over, stay tall, and keep climbing." There isn't a week that goes by that someone doesn't have something to say about Steve Harvey. I have no problem standing square in the middle of the public's opinion because I decided years ago that I would never give anyone the power to define who I am. We live in a free country where people can say whatever they want about me, but at the end of the day, I choose, and I'll say that again, I choose how those words will affect me and my destiny. And I make the choice every day not to let anyone's negativity stop me from fully operating in my God-given gift. People who are stuck in the muck and the mirror of their misery will spew out their venom on others just to deflect from their own everyday struggles. Some days we can withstand the pot shots better than others. The question becomes, how do you stay motivated and moving forward towards your goals in an environment filled with negativity?
Oh, this is a absolute must-read chapter.
You are not kidding.
Yeah. How does negativity show up in our lives? On any given day, there is bound to be some kind of negativity or negative energy showing up in your life. Whether it's from a coworker, a random person on the street, or regrettably, your spouse, if you're kicking and breathing, there's sure to be some negativity heading in your direction. Negativity can show up as any pessimistic, critical, or harmful energy that takes you off your path towards success. If you are not careful, not only will that negative energy take you off track, but it will in fact consume you. Before you know it, you'll have spent a whole day thinking, well, was I really that bad? Or, what did they mean by that? So how do we take back our power and stand tall throughout our journey? We have to learn to become skilled at deflecting negative energy and keeping our eyes focused on our vision. Look at Oprah. Her vision and ambition to create the OWN network is a prime example of someone who succeeded despite her naysayers. Her critics were counting her out when she began OWN. You couldn't open a paper or read a blog without someone harping on the network's low ratings or saying, "Who does she think she is to start her own network?" Or, "She should have just gone on ahead and retired as the Oprah Winfrey Show." It's a good thing that Oprah doesn't need somebody or anybody's validation to keep her vision moving forward. Oprah went on to do what Oprah does best. She exceeded everyone's expectation by making OWN profitable in less than 3 years with quality shows like, how do you say that word?
Ilana's Fix My Life.
Ilana, Fix My Life, and Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots. Oprah easily could have taken her billions and gone off to an island somewhere after the Oprah Winfrey Show. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't have been mad at her for doing so. But that woman's drive to win, succeed, and most important, to teach and share with others along the way is truly something to behold. I remember my first few months hosting the Steve Harvey Show on television when Oprah personally called me. After one of my episodes aired, she said, "Steve, don't you let people talk to you out of being who you are. You gotta stay true to yourself." The fact that the queen of daytime television took a moment to call me and help me keep my vision focused and moving in the right direction means more to me than I can ever express. Take a cue from Oprah's example. You are definitely going to have haters coming from the left and haters coming from the right. Who are you going to be in the face of your critics? Will you fall under the weight of someone else's opinion? Or will you rise to the occasion and let your haters motivate you to even bigger success? Wow. Here are the 4 kinds of haters you need to look out for, which is what we're going to be going in tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Tomorrow we will cover the 4 different types, and he turned around and right there through different things right now that we've got going on in the background and different things that we're reading that's going to be coming up. That's one of the biggest things that the ones that actually have succeeded and have the money, and I'm talking not just the millionaires but the billionaires, they all are still working. They all are still going forward because what happens is during that process of success, it is a passion. They're not doing it just because they have to. They're doing it because they want to. And you know, their heart, their passion, and there's more to what they're doing. One of the billionaires yesterday, T. Boone, Pickens, he is incredible. He's in his 80s, and he actually didn't reach some of his wealth until later in life. I mean, it was like 50s, 60s, 70s, especially like once he hit his 70s, and he'll turn around and tell you he's got so much to do and not enough time to do it. And that's, you know, it becomes a true passion. It no longer becomes about the money. And then the money becomes what can they do with the money. These people, they give so much away to charities, to different things. Even though they make so much, people would think that they're out there doing all this lavish and extravagant stuff, but most of them actually don't. So it's actually quite humbling and surprising.
There probably are some, but the majority of them, the good ones, you know, right.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I find a lot of it ends up being I guess it kind of goes with that old school mind frame, my opinion, you know, that they're totally different than your, you know, young, flashy, you know, look at what I got kind of, you know, kind of thing. But then you turn around and they all end up with haters. In fact, it's kind of funny that they keep bringing up blogs, because I've been doing a good many blog posts here recently, and it's kind of interesting because the different things that you see people writing about, and then you go reading about it, and the haters is just like, wow, which sometimes the haters don't realize that they're actually helping people by putting it out there, you know?
Right, right. And they don't actually sometimes understand that they're coming across as haters, you know. But so we've got a power pack tomorrow.
Oh my gosh! Well, it sounds like we've got a power pack couple days as we go through this
Right.
on the haters. But I will tell you, I mean, even going back through here, I love the way that he turns around and the way, just the stuff that comes out of his mouth, and it's like you can picture him saying some of these different phrases and stuff. And I love that gift because you figure, to me, there's only so many people that have that gift of just things coming out of their mouth.
Right.
Like Tony Robbins is one. Stuff that comes out of his mouth, it just, you know, it's like, how does your brain hold all of that, you know?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't got there yet, but
Oh, me either.
maybe one day. So,
Exactly.
well, then we're ready for Friday and getting ready, headed towards the weekend.
Absolutely. So this will be a great way to end going into the weekend,
Right.
actually dealing with our haters, or should we say, not dealing with our haters.
Right, right.
Don't give them the power, and then they don't get it. So, love you. What a wonderful way to start our day. Can't wait till some more tomorrow, and bye.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.